it's optional. So I know, yes, okay, combine, perfect. And then I can do this. And let's pick up some stuff. So I have one more. Let's find the revolver. Okay, so now you can see we have a whole stack of things. And now, when I press spacebar for interaction, nothing's going to happen. Okay, but I'm here. Boom. This one, you don't have this. You don't have this empty slots. Don't be afraid, don't be confused, you don't have this empty slots. I will show you later. Now, you only see your inventory, okay? And then you can just click on this. Fine, and then I can click on this and this. You can see all the amounts are perfect, okay? And now I know I have 34 bullets for 9mm, so let me get this. Perfect. Give me the code, and this one, and this, and this, and this, and this. And maybe. And let's go like so. Let's pick this one, and this, and this. And then just boom, boom, boom. And this one. And let me get this one, and this. And the shotgun bullets, everything is stackable. So I know there's shotgun, 4 shotgun here. I can just, boom, now it's 16. It's stackable. And you cannot equip, you cannot store the current weapon. Okay, so, okay, you cannot store. But you can get your weapon, equip, okay. And then my revolver is equipped. I can store the pistol, okay. So this is also a nice function we have. And then I can maybe from here equip this and check. Yes, and it's working. I cannot shoot anymore. Let me get the bullets I stored. It's nice. Everything is collected. And I can reload from here. And I also can reload from here. Okay? I don't have a reload function for the shotgun now because I'm lazy. You do know how to set this one up. You do already because we did this episode already with anim notifies. Okay, and then and I can just from here also reload, and everything is fine. And then I can just again maybe I don't need this, but I want to have my green herb. I want my combine herb, and I want the magnum bullets revolver. And then let me just equip the revolver, and then I can just reload. Yes, perfect. And let me just use this, and I can just equip. And then I can just boom, boom, boom. And I can just reopen it. And everything is fine. Yo guys, I'm back with a quite huge episode this time. So get yourself a coffee or get yourself some good food. And this weekend will be completely occupied. Because we have a lot of stuff I have to show you. So yesterday I couldn't upload because I was busy the whole day. I think it took me like 8 to 9 hours to import this whole storage system. But I wanted to have a completely new storage system, so I made everything from scratch and made new icons, and I wanted to have some kind of a list, something similar, just like in the old Resident Evil days. Having a list instead of having like a big box of icons. So I think this looks more serious, and so all those widget blueprints we have to create. We have to create the storage blueprint, which you can already see behind there in the back. So this is our actor BP called storage, and we're overlapping with it, and we are going to prepare all those widgets in order to show our widget store, and also the store contains a storage slot. This storage slot also contains empty slots. So when you have empty slots, they always get updated depending on how much stuff you put inside the storage. And so you can store, you can also take from the storage, and it works. Also stackable items work, and everything is fine. So let me just start by doing that. So where do we start actually? First of all, I think what you should do is you create a folder called storage inside your inventory folder. When you do that, we start by creating a blueprint underscore called storage. So you can just like always get the blueprint here, a blueprint class, and we get an actor blueprint, and then you just confirm or apply. When you open this one up, this one would be empty for you, right? So let me just close this because this is empty as of now. And let me just open up the viewport. So what you do is you add a static mesh here, okay? Just add a static mesh. This one would be called storage. You can just get this static mesh camphor cube or something, or maybe you have it storage, just get a box. I don't really care. Get yourself a nice box, go on Fab, on the Unreal Engine Marketplace. I don't like it to call Fab. I think it's the Unreal Engine Marketplace. So go on the Unreal Engine Marketplace and get yourself something good, or model something, or you just get a placeholder for now. After you did that and you created your static mesh, you just add a box collision. Just search for box, or just search for collision, that's fine. The collision, just you have this box extent here, just put it a little bigger according to your static mesh, okay? So when you overlap, it's a little bigger, so when you stand right here, then you start to get in contact with this collision. And this is it, basically. You don't need any variables, so everything here should be fine. But when you click on your, let's say, the box collision, I was just thinking, like, where do you click for the overlap? But of course, it's the collision. So when you click on this, then you scroll down and then you click on begin overlap and end overlap. So you need both events. Then you can just go inside the event. This one is going to open up for you, so you're going to have this, all right? So when you start with begin overlap, you just get from the other actor, you cast to your player BP, and on end, you also cast to the player BP. From the player BP, now you have a reference to your character again, you just drag out from here and you get your AC inventory. You do this for both. When you get the AC inventory, make sure that you, from the AC inventory, you set the can pick up item to false, because once we are standing in front of the storage, we make sure that we cannot pick up anything. This also is going to lead to bugs if you don't have this one. This is also going to lead to bugs when you have another weapon equipped, because then he's still trying to pick it up. We cannot, because we have this logic, cannot pick up the weapon you have attached, but at the same time we also have this logic, and when this one is true, we still pick up something, and your storage is not going to open. So make sure that this one is set to false. Okay, this one is in your grab item function, by the way. Then from the AC you also get the boolean is using storage, or using storage. And when you're like wondering, like, I don't have this boolean, it's pretty simple. Just click on the plus here and create your using storage. This is it, and it's false by default, so you just need to add it. You don't need to change anything. You just need to add this one into your AC, and you can already see what we need to create in this episode. This is all we have to create, so we have to create a bunch of stuff. And this is why I told you, you really have to leave your girlfriend or your family vacations for this weekend, and you need to invest a lot of time to get this one. Good. Then, when you have your BP storage, you set this one to true. So yes, we want to make sure we're using storage. And when we on end overlap, so when we are just leaving the box, we're setting this to false. You can pick up item is fine. You can just leave it here on false. You don't need to change it. It doesn't make any sense. When you leave, why should you pick up an item? It doesn't make any sense. And this one is getting triggered to true anyway once you overlap with an item again. So this one is getting true, once you overlap with a pickable item. Good, and then we make a reference here. This means you have this one, this storage ref. What does it mean? It just means that when you go into your AC inventory, you have this storage ref. Just click on new and just search for your BP storage you've just created. You can just search for this one here, right? And then you just call it storage ref. As of now, inside our AC, this is empty, it has no data. But once we overlap, we just, from the AC inventory, we get this storage ref. And then the so-called storage ref, just drag out from here and type in self. It's just self, this one. Because we are getting a reference to this BP. We are inside the storage. So when you are inside a specific blueprint and you want to have data for this specific blueprint, you can just drag out self. And then this storage ref from our AC has data. I hope this makes sense. This is basically how Unreal Engine is fitting up their data. Good, and when you leave, you can just set this from the AC inventory, the storage ref, just get it also here, storage ref, and just leave it like so, because then the storage ref is gone, basically. When we end overlap, we don't have a reference anymore, okay? Good. So this is what you need to do. This is everything you need to do for this BP storage. Then, when you just implemented this begin and end overlap function, you can just go into your content drawer here and just drag and put it anywhere you want. And then you already have your static mesh with the collision and all the logic. So this means you will always overlap with it once you are standing in front of it, okay? So just in case if you like really have no idea, I will just show you again the box collision. Just make sure that your box collision is bigger, like so, okay? It's a little bigger than the box. Otherwise you will never overlap with this, okay? But I think this is basic stuff. I mean, come on. Okay, then the next thing you need to do is, let me just close this because you don't have all this stuff here. And you don't have this stuff, you don't have this stuff. So this is just confusing for you. Then you create the first widget blueprint. So again, user interface, widget blueprint. And then you just click on user widget. And we start with the WB storage, okay? When you open your newly created WB storage, you just name this like so, WB storage. The first thing you always do is you drag a canvas. So from here, you get the canvas, just drag it inside your widget blueprint. When you have a canvas, then just get a vertical box. Search for the vertical box and put it inside the canvas. And then you get a uniform grid. It is called uniform grid. And then you drag it also inside the vertical box. You can see it's the uniform grid is part of vertical box. And I renamed this to storage grid. So just rename your uniform grid to storage grid, okay? It is a uniform grid. Then you can see here, this arrows, this means that this uniform grid is now like imprisoned into this vertical box. And when we click on this vertical box, make sure this is all set like so, okay? Just check this, no padding, so 0, the size is auto, horizontal, vertical, make sure it is all like this, okay? The vertical box, make sure the anchors is in top left, okay? You can see it's on top left. Then you can just use those values if you want. Position, I mean, it's up to you where you want to have it in position of this storage box. But the size for me is 220, so from left to right it's just 220, and the size is 1000 from like bottom, how is it called? From up here down to bottom, okay? This is 1000. The reason why I do 1000 is because I'm using images for my slots. I mean, I have like basically like thumbnails with the text, so you can see like the ammunition, and next to it is like bullets, the text. So I just made pictures, images, PNG images. And my image is always like, it has the size, I believe, I will show you. I think the size X is like 200 and the size Y is 50. So this means I can add 20 of those images, which means size Y, 50, 20 multiplied is 1000, okay? And the size X is basically from left to right. This means I have 220, and my image is also 220, my slot. I will show you. So just make sure that everything is properly like set, okay? So you know that everything is clean, it looks clean. Also, when you click on this canvas, pretty important, when you click on this canvas, drag this stuff here and drag it to 4K. Just to make sure, compile and save, just to make sure that this one is always applying also for your full 4K monitor, okay? And you do this for every canvas panel. Go into every single widget blueprint and make sure that your canvas panel is always dragged to 4K. And also make sure that all the things you have inside your widget blueprints, they have all the same anchor and are all aligned properly. Otherwise, you're going to have problems. Good. So this is it for the storage. Then you create another widget, user interface, widget blueprint. You call this one storage slot. You open this one up. Also, you put in a canvas. Make sure this one is boom. I have no idea why this is resetting. I set this to 4K, but every time I have to reset this to 4K. Maybe it's a bug. I don't know why that is, but make sure that it's 4K. Good. And when you have this canvas panel, then just get an image. Okay, just type an image and drag it into the canvas. Then you just call this one item image, because prepare yourself a nice looking image. This is a PNG. When I click on this item image, or in your case it's called image, you can see here brush image. You can just import all your images. So what you basically do, I mean, it's a matter of taste. You can also just use a text if you want, or maybe you just want to use the inventory thumbnail. So this is up to you. But I did this, like I completely created a new Photoshop image with like This has like 30% opacity inside Photoshop, and it's black. It's a black button, like a black box, like with some roundness. Okay, so basic Photoshop stuff. And I put the black color to the opacity to 30%, I believe, 30%. So just make sure that this one is also like it has some nice dark opacity. And then just get a picture like this. A thumbnail with the text works really nice, or maybe you just want to have the text. So you can also just use a text here, a text element, just type in text and just drag it instead of this image if you want. But I strongly advise you to use pictures or use your thumbnails. Okay, you can also just use the image you already have for your inventory and just use this as an item image if you want that. Okay. Good, but then you're not done. Next to the image, you need a text. So you can see the button here is a text. So just get also a text here and just drag it also inside the canvas. And make sure that it's the right order. First image, and below the image you have, or in case you have an image, below that you have this text. Call this text storage amount, because we need to transfer our stacks. So call this one storage amount. And you can also type in maybe just to see a value. Example value is 17. So I just used an example value of 17. Then also I gave myself like a nice green color. So it's a little green with a little tint of blue maybe. So I have like a nice happy green color for this one. Because like white is looking pretty horrible in my opinion, but it's up to you. And then you also can change all your styles, your font and stuff like that. Good. Make sure that when you click on this text and also the item image, that those are all is variable. This one is variable, okay? And make sure that all those anchors also are, in my case, top left. You need to make this one top left, and this one also top here, anchor top left. And also you need to add a button, okay? So just type in here also button and get this button and just drag it also into the canvas. And this one is on top. So they are all children of the canvas. The storage button is on top. And the storage button will be completely white, so you cannot see anything. But what you can do is you go to the... I cannot speak today. What the hell? Background color. And when you click on the background color, then the alpha channel opacity is 0. Okay? Then the button is invisible. Right. Okay. So I hope now I can speak. Yeah. So, but... Now you're wondering like, why do I need a button always? Yeah, you need a button because this one has this stuff, interaction, is focusable. We need this, yes, it's focusable, the button. It's also a variable, so everything here is a variable, okay? So not only the text and the image is a variable, but also the button is a variable. But this one is additional, is focusable, because we can set the focus when it's UI stuff. You just navigate onto this slot, and then you have sounds, you can click on it, you can do stuff. You can basically navigate on those things. This is why we need a button, because otherwise you just have an image and you click on it and nothing is going to happen. So this is why you need a button, okay? Good. You can give yourself. So this is for also button, anchor, top left. Make sure everything is adjusted properly. And this is also what I was telling you about. That my image here is size 220 and size 50. So now it makes sense. When I click on this vertical box, and all my images will be like 1, 2, 3, 4 until 20, and it's perfectly. I have the maximum size of 20 slots. This means 220, so it's exactly the same. So our image is projected perfectly, and also the size is 1000, so this will be 20 slots with this one. Okay, so we are adding this WB storage slot blueprint, this widget blueprint. We are going to add this to uniform grid. Okay, when we want to store something. Good. This is it for now. Now you can. This is just optional, but I will show you, of course. Okay, this is what I will show you as well. But when you can, for the storage slot and also for the storage. Let me go to the storage slot. You can click here on override and get this on. It must be here on mouse enter and on mouse leave. And then you are going to have this, the two events. Okay. On mouse enter, you can set the background color. And just in case if you're wondering like how I can set the background color, so when you hover over it, the color changes. I think this is pretty mandatory for having a nice UI experience. So what you need to do, you just get your storage slot button. This is in case we imported a button, right? And the storage slot button, I just renamed my button to storage slot button. But it's basically just this one, the button, okay? And it's a variable. This is why it's now here. Where is it? Here, sorry, here. So you can just get this one, and from there you set background color, this one, okay? And then it's connected, and then you can just, we have this blue one, background color, you can just right click and then promote to variable. And then just call it color to enter. And you do the same stuff with on leave. Set the background color also with the same button, but then this time promote to variable, and you call this variable color on leave. It makes sense because this one is leave and this one is enter. And when you click on enter, when you click on this, so compile, right? When you click on this color on enter, make sure, in my case it's 1, 1, and 1, and the opacity is 0.2, so I have a little bit of opacity, okay? But it's still white. Just it's 20% of white, basically, when we enter this slot. So it gets a highlight, okay? This is what I want. And when we leave, we just set the background color to, you might have guessed it, 0, 0, 0, 0. So now it's in, you can also just do the alpha, so it doesn't make any sense. You can just use 0, so it will be hidden anyway. And when I enter this slot later, okay, I just want to have a sound, and I have this hover sound, okay? So when you just navigate like this, click, 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 click. So yeah, just make sure that you do something like this, and then you're gonna have a nice UI for your storage. So let me just see if I also have something here. No, I don't have mouse, enter, and leave on my storage. I just have it in storage slot, okay? Okay, so where should we start? Now you have everything prepared, okay? You have everything prepared. Everything is like loaded in your widget blueprints, okay? In your widgets, those two. Your pictures, and you have your variables here, and the UI is all, you can see it's all set, okay? Good. Also, just make sure the vertical box here, I mean, you can just drag it, but in my case, as I told you before, you can just set those values here. Size X and Y, and then also position. You can also just type in here and change it. Just make sure that that this canvas panel, I told you before, is here on 4K. So I always have to redo it. I think it's a bug. It is applied to 4K, okay, but you just have to know it's already applied. So, good. And as I told you before, also those anchors here, always, in my case, I use top left for everything. So for the vertical box, so it has the same alignment. Otherwise, it will be all over the place. And for the storage slot, it's pretty important because otherwise you will never see your slot. Okay, I had this experience before, trust me. And you add this slot later, and you will never see it, and you're freaking out. Because make sure that your anchor is, in my case, all is top left. Okay, also for these storage amount. And this, okay, sorry, the storage amount, you add this one, and you gave yourself a value of, for example, 17, just to see the stack, in case you have a stack. You just place it over here. You can just use those values again, or as well, okay? And then just place it where it's nice to see the stack. So you know that this is not only our thumbnail here, but we also have, on top of it, a different variable, which is the amount, okay? It's pretty important to know. Then we should start by going also into the inventory, and then you go into the yeah, this is what I wanted. Those things here, our items. You go into the BP master item because I'm pretty sure we also need to use something here. Yes, we need to implement something here. What I did implement. And what you need is when you're using a different image you want to show, so your slot, right? I imported a new texture 2D, and I just dragged this one below my item image. I just call this one storage item image because I want to have a different image for my storage item. So just make sure you also have a texture 2D and this one, so you can see it's this one. So for our master it's empty, but your storage picture, you go in every single children and make sure you fill this storage item image you just added into your master. You fill this with your new storage picture. Okay, in my case it's the PNG I created. So I have a picture for every single item blueprint. Good. So this is what you need to do. And also I'm not really sure if this is regarding this storage function, but I also added another thing. Maybe it is part of this episode. I'm not sure. Okay, so no, this is from the previous, I told you in the previous episode, but no. So everything's fine. It's just this one, item image. Okay, this is what you need to do. Then, let's go inside our character BP, just in case, because I can't skip anything here. How I will access the storage is with interaction. So it's just pressing spacebar like we picked something up. You can see our pickup function. So what I do, you get the AC, drag out from there, can pick up item. If it's true, we just grab the item because we can pick up an item because we are overlapping. Then it's only true when we're overlapping with an item. So we just grab item. If it's not, if it's false, so we are not. And when we just go to the storage, it's always false. Okay, this one is always false. Then we can just use a branch before this. Okay. And when it's false, we from the AC inventory, we get the WB storage. Okay. And just connect this one. This is a macro. I'm sorry. This is a macro. I'm just thinking, do you already have the storage ref? Okay, you might not, as of now, of course you might not have the storage ref, but you will when you build all those blueprints. I show you now. But what you do here, you just create a macro, and the macro is going to look like this. From your AC, you get the storage ref. You have this one already. Then you get the WB storage. This is the widget blueprint, so you create inside your AC inventory. Just click on the variables plus and search for, I will just show you, maybe you just like, click on this and search for WB storage, because this is what you have, storage, object reference. And you can also add separately the storage slot as an object, so you have all. But remember, they are empty, they have no data as of right now, because we need to use them, we need to set the info in our logic, okay? So this means when we go back to our RE character, we need to create functions now, because you don't have those functions. So just make sure that this one is prepared like this when we are inside our grab function in our player VP, okay? Just make sure that you get those 3 variables, and then we will do 2 functions, okay? Because those are the first 2 functions we need. From the storage ref, you have this one already. And this one already has data because we overlap with it. You already did that in your BP storage, okay? You can also prepare from the AC, get the storage ref, and then from there, boom, is valid. And if it's like boom is valid, and if it's valid, you just build it like so, okay? You just build it like so. And then I will show you this one in the next step. But just make sure that you have something like this. And if you're like feeling overwhelmed because you don't know how to do this, just from your AC, just get the storage, the WB storage, and get the storage ref, and this one we also need to set. What is this? I will explain to you. Just get a BP master item. So also here, inside your AC inventory, this one, okay? Just click on new again and search for BP master item. But it is a class, and when you put it as a class, you set this one to an array, and you call this one storage, okay? Because we need to transfer from our inventory to storage when we want to put something into the storage, right? And at the same time, we are going to remove this one from the inventory. So this is what we're going to do. So now you have all those 3 variables from your AC. And then just make sure you make an is valid from your storage refs. And this is all you need to do from here, okay? And when you have this from your AC, just drag select and just collapse to macro, okay? And just call it can open storage. But of course, it's not complete because this is only your macro, okay? It's fine. You can just now connect this one. Just in case if you don't know how to connect this, just click on the input of your macro. And then here you can just click on the plus on input and just search for AC inventory, okay? Just get this one as an object. And then just call it AC inventory. And then you have an input because you can now connect this AC inventory you get always here inside your player, and you can just connect it into your macro. Okay. So now you have this one, okay? You have this. Now we need to create those 2 functions. You don't have those 2 functions, okay? So now we start with the logic. You go into your AC, you click on the functions, you click on plus, and you need to create F show inventory. F show storage. This is the first function we actually need. F show storage, you get an F show inventory. This one you have already. Just drag it. And this is the first thing you do. We always show our inventory because when we open up the storage, we also want to see our inventory, right? Let me just, I'm sorry. I got it. Okay, sorry. I needed to check something. Sorry for that. So, when you Also, I'm explaining myself because I try to just straightly upload this video without cutting, because this is going to be a long video and I want to continue with the project. So please, my apologies in advance when there's something like I need to check something. I want to completely just make this video, and when it's done, just boom, put my audio on top of it, and then just upload it. Okay, so I'm sorry for that. But I try to keep things clean and tight and easy for you to understand. So you have this, okay? Now you have this progress. After this, you create widget. Just type in create widget. Then you have this create widget. Choose the WB storage, okay? WB storage. This one, not the slot, the storage. Get your inventory. You already have this from your inventory here. Yeah? This is something you already have for a long time. You know this is always filled when you pick something up. And then you connect this one to this widget. And now you're like, no, I can't, I don't have this. It's pretty simple. When you go into your WB storage and you go into the graph, you just click on the plus here and you create again, you create again a BP master item class, this one, okay, not object, class, and as an array, okay, not single, as an array. And then you call this one inventory, and then click on expose and spawn, and instance is editable, and compile and save. And then you can just, when you created this already, you can just right click and refresh nodes. And then connect this inventory to your storage. Okay? Now the storage has this data every time we create it. Every time we open up our storage, we can now access our inventory data, which is quite cool. Then you already have this WB storage. I think you already created this one. I told you before. Just in case if you don't have this WB storage, you can see here, just in case if you don't have this one, just right click here and promote to variable. But I told you, I'm pretty sure I told you that you need to have this inside your, I'm pretty sure I told you you need to have this inside your AC. So make sure it's not the blueprint storage, it's the widget. Of course, it's the widget blueprint and not this, the blueprint storage. Those are two completely different things. The BP storage is our storage mesh, okay, the one you're standing in front of. But the widget blueprint is the stuff we make visible. This is our UI, okay, so don't get those mixed up. And the widget blueprint, okay, you just drag it, boom, set. So you make this, set, and you just boom and boom, okay, like so. Good, and once you did that, from this one, you can just click on this blue dot and drag it, and then add to viewport, here, add to viewport. And you connect all those. And this is it. This is your first function, congratulations. And now, you get this function from your AC, type in f show storage, and then from there, you need another one. And this is going to get ugly. Sorry for that, this is going to get ugly, so get yourself a coffee, get yourself a nice pizza, something, and just try not to freak out. Because I'm trying now my best to explain this. You go back into your WB storage, because this is a function you can see here, this one. This is a function from our WB storage. So now let's get yourself on a nice journey and go back here into the WB storage. And click on the plus and create a new function, and you call this f add storage slots, right? This one. So here, BP storage, WB storage. Click on the plus new function and call this one f add storage slots. And when you open this one up, you only have this. You create an input. The input is also the BP master item class as a class, okay, and also as an array. So this is what when you choose the class, you have this purple color. When it's blue, it's wrong. It's an object. Get the class, just like we did before, and you call this one storage. Because now you realize, okay, now I get it. Because we need to have an array from our inventory array to our storage array. Yes, you're correct. And now you get the storage grid. Because I told you here, this is the uniform grid. We called this one storage grid, and you promoted this one to a variable. And make sure this is on auto, and this one is like so, okay? And it has no padding. So padding is also 0. Then you get this storage grid. Where is it? It's already highlighted, sorry. You get the storage grid, and then just type in clear children, okay? Otherwise, you're not going to get it. clear children, those are connected, and then we always make sure that we clean up our slots. They are always on reset. Okay, so we are avoiding duplicates. Now, from the storage, you drag out and you type in for each loop. You connect the storage to for each loop. The loop body, depending on how much we have in our storage, okay? So first we put in 1 item, then 2, then 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7. So depending on how much we have store in our storage array, this one will loop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times depending on how many items we put into our storage. And this is we always do with the add node. So we get the storage and from there we add. This is how we add basically items. So, and this gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we loop all those we have already. We loop those. So from loop, create a widget. So just call it, just search for widget. And when you searched for widget, just get the WB storage slot. In this case, it's the WB storage slot. And now you can see the return value. Just right click and do promote to variable. Then you will have a new blue variable. This is your WB storage slot. It's already set like this. And you just call it WB storage slot. So this one is mine. I just created this one by right clicking here and promote to variable. Because I don't believe you have this already. I think you don't have this already. It doesn't make any sense. If you would have this this WB storage slot, you can just drag and set, and then you can just use this one. It's the same stuff. Okay, it just means that we fill this with information regarding this. Okay, and then before we proceed here, I need to tell you how to get this held item. Okay, so you go into your storage slot, into the graph, and you click on the plus and you get an held item. So this is the BP master item as a class, but this time it's not an array, it's single. It's just a single class. But it's pretty important that this one is the BP master item. You call this one also held item like we did before. And then you click on this, expose on spawn, and instance is editable. It's pretty important. And then, we're back in our add storage slots, okay? And then you just refresh the same stuff, you just refresh nodes, and now you have this held item. And from our array element here, from the loop, you just connect this one. This means that every time we loop all our storage items, okay, when we have stuff in our storage, okay, now it's empty. But when we put stuff into our storage, then all those things we have inside our storage, it gets looped. So we have 5 things. We put this in our storage previously, so we will loop 5 of those held items. And now the storage slot has all those items. We have information here. Okay, so everything is nice here. You have all those stuff connected, okay? The next thing you need to do is you need to create a WB storage slot as an array. So just boom, click on the plus, search for the WB storage slot. So this is just basically the same stuff we have here, but you just make a copy of this. This is why you search for the BP storage slot, okay, the slot. Do an object reference, so this is the blue one, the object reference, and then make it here as an array, the blue one. And then you have the storage slot, but as an array, okay? Make sure that those are all storage slot. And then you just get this one, so you can just drag it and get it, and then from there you do add. Not unique, just array, add. And this one is asking for a specific widget blueprint. So you just get this one and just connect it, this storage slot. Because we want to add this storage slot reference to our max storage slots array. Now you're wondering, like, what the hell is this? Why are we adding our storage slot into a storage slot array? Why? It's simple, because once we add an item here, okay, here, and once we add an item, we have this value 0, 1, 2, 3. So depending on how many slots we have here, how many items we have inside our storage, the value gets increased by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this means we have a value of maximum storage slots, so maximum occupied slots. Okay, you can consider this as maximum occupied slots. Then from there, just click on the plus and create an integer. Just create an integer and call this one storage slot counter. Just drag it, set it, connect this one, boom, okay. And also this one from our add, connect this one to our storage slot counter. Because now we have an integer, it's just an integer, and this one is always like how much stuff we have, like how many slots we have in our storage. It could be a value of 4, 5 items, 6 items, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. Okay? It's the same we already did in our inventory. It's the same stuff. And then you drag out from here, or let's say, no. How can I explain this to you? Let me open this macro. Now I explain to you. Get the owning player pawn, get component by class, from choose the AC inventory, and from there, you need to have an integer as well. So create an AC inventory, create also an integer, because we're transferring this information. Create also an integer and call this one max storage slots. Then you go back, and from there, just set, not get, set max storage, the one you just created, okay? Set, in this case, I call this one set max storage slots. You get this one, and then you need to fill this value here with this, okay? You just need to drag and get this value to this value. And when you're wondering like, yeah, but you have a macro, so how I do this? Yeah, when you just get this one and this one and this one, so this one is empty for you, okay? You get those nodes, right click, collapse to macro, okay? Those 3 nodes, so this one is not connected, it's just the target here, but this one is not connected for you. You just right click and collapse to macro. Then you will have this. The input, just get this one and drag it inside, and then you have an input, okay? And also from here, just boom into the output, you have an output. It's pretty simple. But on the input, just click on this and then click integer. So click on plus and get an integer and call this one storage slot amount. Now you have this. You will have this macro here or here. You have a macro, and now you can connect this one, and this one you can connect to the storage slot amount. When you open this one up again, you can then drag this storage slot amount to this value, and this is it, because now we're using this and drag it into the input, so they are connected. Okay, so it's just like a chain of information. This to here, and then you open this up, and then this to here. It's just a chain of information. So now we can set the maximum storage amount later, the maximum storage slot later, okay? Good. I'm talking for 47 minutes now, it's pretty exhausting. Then you have this function here, which you don't have as of right now, okay? Let's just skip this for now, the update storage slot, okay? This is just because, sorry for that, I will explain to you everything. So this function is just updating our stacks, okay? When we update our stacks, or you want to project our stacks. So let me just go back. Let's just leave this one aside for now. You're not having any stacks now. From your macro, drag out, and you need to add a child uniform grid. How can you get this node? You get this node by getting the storage grid. Okay, this is your uniform grid. I told you already several times, this one. And from there, add child to uniform grid. This is what you're going to search. Then this one is connected to the target, but he's asking for content as well. The content would be this one, okay? The storage slot. Just boom, okay? And he's asking like, okay, how do you want to add those slots? How you want to add those? So it's pretty simple. You get the storage grid as well a second time. From there, get children count. And this one is an integer. Get children count and just connect this one into in row. This is it. Good. Now you have this except for this one and except for this one. Let me just check this macro. You can see this is a macro. Okay, I can. Okay, this is something you also can do now. Just create another macro. You can also just click here and create a new macro, and then you can like so. Okay, and then you are already inside this macro. So just do this. And then let's build this one, okay? Get owning player pawn, get component by class, and you need 3 booleans, 3 additional booleans, okay? Go inside your AC. You need to create a boolean called pistol bullets stored, revolver bullets stored, shotgun bullets stored. So for every weapon which has bullets. Get them from your AC inventory. You know this already, okay? You know this way already. And then AC inventory, so it's the same stuff like everything. And then just from here, set bullets stored, and then you will see all those you created. Set all of those here, okay? And now you need to connect them with this. So what you're gonna do is, because we are in a macro, you are in a macro now, click on this input And next to the execute, so how can you get this input? It's pretty simple. You just drag, for example, the boolean you have, and you just drag this inside this input, and then you will have an input which is called an It's called executive. No, not execute. Execute. Sorry, Nick, not executive. Execute. Or you can just click on this and just plus, and then get this one, execute. This is just an input or output. Good. And then next to that, you also get a class as a single, and you search for BP master item again, okay? And you call this one stored bullets. Now this one, you drag from here, you get class defaults, so pretty simple stuff we always do. Then the item type, you get the switch, okay? Switch enum type. And then you can define if this item is a pistol bullets, are pistol bullets, you just set this one to pistol bullets stored to true. And you do the same with those other two booleans you have. Revolver bullets, yes, you set this one to true. Shotgun bullets, yes, you set this one to true. And they are all connected to the AC. This is it, you don't need an output. This is your macro, okay? Just call this one set bullets in storage. This macro is just telling us, yes, we have now bullets stored for every type of bullet. So now we know, okay, there are bullets stored. We need those booleans set to be true because when you implement something, this one, we add the child uniform grid. Then we want to know, the first time we did that for our bullets, we want to know that this one is already stored, because then we can stack it. We can make a stack. Because then if you have 5 bullets, you put bullets inside, and then you put another 10 bullets, and then another, and then you have already 3 slots occupied, which doesn't make any sense. So this is why we have a boolean after we create the first child. We know that this one is true for every single bullet. And when it's true, I will show you later, you just stack on top instead of creating a new child. Pretty simple. Good. Now this function you have is now almost complete. The only thing you don't have is this update storage slot. So now let's go into the WB storage slot. So go inside the storage folder and go to your storage slot. Open this one up and you go to the graph. And now get a new function. Just click on the plus. Not override. Just click on the plus and just call this f update storage slot. Okay. You get the held item. I told you already before. Yeah, I told you already before that you have this one. Okay. So this is basically like plus get held item. You have this already because I told you, and you expose and spawn instances added to it. So this is fine because when it's connected to our storage, we loop our storage and we get single classes out of our storage value. So it's looping all our stuff we have inside as a single reference. So this would be, okay, I find BP item knife, BP item bullets, BP item shotgun bullets, BP item revolver. So I find all that stuff. And this is what he's looping, basically, okay, as like a list. And this is connected to our storage slot. So now you have data. You have data here. Now you can just drag also here, get class defaults, okay, same stuff. From the storage item image, okay, not the item image, from the storage item image, because this is what you want. This is what you want to set. You set the brush from texture. Just here, boom, set brush from texture. You get the item image. The item, this one. If you're wondering what is this, go to designer. This one. This is the item image. I just called mine item image. Maybe you called yourself, I don't know what. Maybe you just have a text. Then you can just completely skip this and just set this text. Okay? But work with pictures here. It's nice. So you get this one. This is the texture. And you get this item image here, get, and this is the target. Okay? Because we set, for every item, we set a thumbnail, we set this picture anyway. Okay? So now this will always have this image. And then this is what I told you before. Make sure that your master, not the master, that all your children BP items, okay? All your children BP items, you open those up one by one and you fill this storage item image. You need to fill it. Otherwise, you're not going to have anything, okay? Good. From there, you get the switch on enum type. So from here, just type in switch. You get the switch on item type. Okay, sorry, not enum, item type. And then you need to create macros for the pistol and the bullets and the revolver and the shotgun and those bullets. You need to create a macro, but it's all the same stuff. So Don't be afraid, it's all the same stuff. So let's just start by this. Click on the plus and macro and create. For example, let's start with pistol bullets picked up. Let's start with this one. So this would be the pistol bullets. Just start with this one. When I open this one up, it's basically click on this input, create an input, integer. Okay, call this one pistol bullets storage amount. Yeah, okay, it's going to make sense. Call this one pistol bullets storage amount because we want to put our stuff inside our storage. So the amount, okay, the stack. From there, just get an equal this one and leave it like this. It's 0. If it's true, so boom, a branch. If this is true, we don't set anything because it's 0. The amount is not existent. So why should we project an amount? No, just leave it blank. But if it's false, it can only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Because we don't have any minus values. So it can only be a positive value bigger than 0. So if 0 is false, get from here to text. This one, to text. And then you have this text value. And just put it inside this one, set text. So you need 2 set text nodes. When you're asking yourself, I can't find a 2 text node or set text node, yeah, just get storage amount. Okay, this is the one. Storage amount, this one. So here, boom, this 17 by default. You set it here. And from there, just type in set text text. This is it, and you get this one, set text text. Not tooltip, set text. And you need 2, okay? So for true, you need the blank one, and for false, you need this one, but connected with the integer here to text. This one. So we convert this, and then we can connect this one. So this amount we have will always be projected as a text, but it would be, if it's 17, the integer, 17, the text would be 17. So this is what I mean. Good, and then this one gets projected, and you do this for every macro. So now you're asking, yeah, but I need to see every macro. I need to see every macro because I have no idea what you do. It's all the same stuff. The only thing what is going to change, so this is all the same. All those macros I have here, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. This is all the same logic. The only thing what is going to change is the name here, the name, you can see. This one is called pistol bullets storage amount. This one is called pistol bullets in magazine because this is regarding the pistol. This one is just called the input revolver bullets in magazine because those are bullets, and this one is called revolver bullets storage amount because this is revolver bullets. In magazine is always the weapon. Makes sense, right? Shotgun bullets in magazine must be the shotgun. Makes sense. Shotgun bullets, we call this input shotgun bullets storage amount. So now, in order to connect all those, you need you need the 3 new integers. You need 3 new integers. Yeah. For the weapons itself, you don't need anything because we are just using the get pistol bullets in magazine, get revolver bullets in magazine. You have those integers already. In bullets in magazine, you have those integers already. You just connect them, and this is it. So we are lucky for our weapons, but we are not really lucky for our bullets because our bullets unfortunately we need to transfer our we need to transfer our. Isn't it the picked up? Yeah. Basically, it's just the picked up amount, but we need different integers now. Okay, just do it like I'm telling you now. Yeah. So you get this from your AC inventory. So just make a macro: get owning player pawn, then get component by class. Same stuff we always do. We always do this. And just this one, and then right click and here, drag it out here into the. No, wait, you don't have a macro. This one, right click, collapse to macro. And then you are inside like this, and then just the return value, boom, in output. This is it. And just call this get AC inventories. Then you always have a reference to your AC inventory. Okay, so from there, we need to go into our AC inventory, and you need to create pistol bullets in storage, revolver bullets in storage, and shotgun bullets in storage. You need to create those 3. Maybe you have them already. I forgot. Maybe I don't think you have them. Just create those. For every weapon, you need the bullets in storage. So for every weapon. Then we go back here and just get them, okay? And you connect those according to your bullets. So shotgun bullets in storage would be for this one, shotgun bullets, okay? So you have 6 macros. right? 6 macros. And they have all the same logic, only this one changes according to your weapon, okay? I hope it makes sense. I hope this one really makes sense. Just connect those to the right bullet, okay? So shotgun bullets in storage goes into the shotgun bullets macro called, macro input called shotgun bullets in storage, and the macro is also called shotgun bullets picked up, okay? So this one is called shotgun bullets picked up. The input is shotgun bullets in storage amount, and shotgun bullets is the input here from the AC you just created. And this is for the shotgun bullets. For the revolver bullets, this macro, just call it revolver bullets in magazine, and the input, I told you, revolver bullets in magazine. And just get the revolver bullets in magazine, connect this one. And do the same for the pistol. You can see it. Okay, just pause the video and just see what I do. And when you're unsure about the macro, this is just the input, you just rename this input. So if you go here, input, rename this one, and this is it. You don't need to change anything. You just need to click on those inputs and just rename them according to what I have here and connect them accordingly. Just make a screenshot. And yeah, and just make sure that all those macros, which are the same, I told you, are named properly as well. Okay? Good. Now, when you have all this stuff here, okay? When you have all this stuff ready, just like I do, make sure that all the stuff which is not stackable, for example, knife, key, first aid spray, combined herb, red herb, and green herb, all items which are not stackable, we don't need to stack them anyway. So you just drag from here, you get the storage amount here again, get the storage amount, just set text, set text, this one, and just connect all non-stackable, just connect it inside here, because we don't need to consider them. It's always blank. So the stack number is always blank anyway. Okay, so just for you to understand, this function here, the F update storage slot, is always our stack amount, okay? We have, so this one. This is our storage, this is what we update with this function. Nothing else, nothing else. And yes, the picture, we set the picture according to our children blueprint, okay? We always use this image, item image, we set this brush from texture, this image, and this is just the default image here inside. This is just my default image. But I told you before that we are using the storage item image from our children blueprints. So I told you, make sure that you update all those. Okay, open this one up and update the storage item image according to the right image you have for this particular item. Okay, and then this is it. We can just close this one. We get back to the WB storage. And then you can, from your storage slot here, so go back to this item, to this F add storage slot. Now you can, from your WP storage, you can drag out and you can get this F update storage slot. So make sure this one is also here, boom, connected. And just put them between your max storage macro and the add child uniform grid. Okay? And now you're done with this. You can close this one. And now let's travel back to our character. So we know that you created this macro in the beginning. I told you to make this, okay? So set those inputs here, okay? And from there, you get all that stuff. You already have this. I told you already, those variables from our AC inventory. And right now you have this. And you did add this so-called show storage. Okay, I showed you this already in the beginning. This is just the first function we did. Just go back and watch when I told you. Now we create our first function. This is the one. Okay, so you have this already. And make sure it's connected to the AC inventory. So AC inventory, this one. Okay. And then, now you have this function from your, this one is the WP storage. So from the AC, get the WP storage. From there, get F add storage slots. This one. F add storage slots, and connect it, and also connect the storage from our AC. And now you're wondering, like, yeah, but I don't have this. Yes, you do have it, because when you click on it, I told you, you click on this plus, and you have an input, and you create a BP master item class, here, class array, and call it storage. I told you this one already. Good, so they are all connected. And then just drag it to the output. So now your macro is going to look like this, okay? Now, we leave this one aside. This is the last thing we do. We leave this one aside. Now we're getting there. We're like at 60%. Okay, now we're at like 60%. But I'm already talking more than 1 hour. This is pretty insane. But I'm talking so much because I'm showing you every single step. So you will definitely be able to build all this because I'm showing you every single step. Now, you've built this, okay? This, which is good. And when you open your macro, you open up your macros, you do know that from there you get your WB. You don't need this one, okay? This is just for this function. You don't need this. You just need your AC. And you do know, now I screwed this one up. Okay. From the AC, you do know that you created a macro. Okay, here macro, boom, plus, called it can open storage, okay? And then AC is the input, so you click on the macro, input is AC inventory, just boom, and this is it. Here, input, AC inventory. You create this one. And it's going to look like this for you, okay? Fine, just make sure you have this. Those 3 variables I told you before are all coming from the AC. Okay, just drag out from here and get those 3. Now we need to go into our widgets, the WB inventory slot. So now we go into a widget blueprint we already have for a long time. Because when I click on this graph here, let's start fresh. You don't need this. This is already set. Now we go on mouse button down. Inventory slot, WB inventory slot, mouse button down. This is the one you have to open now. And this is also the one you only need for this blueprint. You need to change this. In the beginning it was like this. Is mouse button, is right mouse button down, true, yeah, boom, and then you create this one. So you had nothing else. You only had this, true, and boom. But all this stuff and this you don't have. So what you do, now you just build it, okay? You just build it. You just get an is valid. Okay, let's do simple. You get the AC, you have this macro. Get the AC, from there, get the storage ref, you have this one already. Get the storage ref, this one. From there, do an is valid, question mark. This one is connected, okay? Now. And connected like so. Okay, before this whole stuff. So storage ref, we check if this is valid. Is our storage valid? If it's not valid, we can just click on the right mouse button and we can just, for example, reload, and you can see here we can equip and here, and so we can use our inventory. But if our storage ref has data, so we are standing in front of our storage, it's valid, we cannot click anymore on right mouse button. We cannot, because we are now using the storage, and now we navigate in our storage only with the left mouse button. So if this one is valid, we are standing in front of our storage. Now we check this way. We are avoiding this. We cannot go this way anymore. But this time we're checking our left mouse button. And if our left mouse button is true, we can store items with our left mouse button. Pretty simple. You click on it, boom, it's stored. But you have to build the logic. You cannot store anything right now. You have to build the logic. This is where we start. So all the storing magic happens here in our inventory slot. All the magic is happening here. So now build this, okay? Pretty simple to build this one. Is valid, boom, I'll get another branch. Is mouse from here, mouse event, is mouse button down, left mouse button. Yes, it's true. Again, get the AC again. And from there, you need to build something. So let's start. Let me start explaining this to you. First, let me open this one up. You don't have this macro. Okay, what you need to do, let me just copy this one so I can show you. You don't have this macro. You are here right now. You get, from your AC, you get the, this is why it's asking for a target. From the AC, you get your max storage slots and you say equal 19. And you do a branch. So just right click, just click B and click, B and click. And then you connect this one. This is it. But this should be like this, okay? From your AC. So you have this one now. Just just drag everything, right click, collapse to macro. This is it. Then you have a macro. Call this macro max storage slots. If this is true, so if we reach our maximum storage, if this is true, you just play a sound. You just play a sound. This one. So when it's not. Wait, I'm confused. Why is this true? I mean, for me it works, but Okay. Condition. Because of this condition. When you have this macro, you create, you have this macro exactly like this, and you drag this one to true and this one to false. Okay, so just drag it inside and it will create a true and false for you automatically. Okay, so just make sure, or you can click on this and just click on the plus, output plus, and call and execute. This is it. Good. So make sure you have this. Then you create a place sound 2D. Get one which is for store, this one. So I have this one for storing, and I have a sound when storing is not possible because our inventory is full, our storage is full. Okay, like so. Get a branch before this, and then also make a macro. Drag select those and make a macro, and you call this macro sound effects. You have this here, call this one sound effects. Then you have an input and output. Just get the branch, make an input, boom, or just click on it and click on input plus and get an executable, I don't know, exec. And then this is it. And the condition, also make a boolean in case you don't have it. Make a boolean, call it condition, and connect this branch to this input boolean. Now you can just get this sound effects, boom, and you connect this one up like so. So you connect this one to true is true, and false is just skipping. Okay, false is just skipping this whole thing. Okay, now it makes sense. Because only when max storage is true, only this one is getting affected. And if it's false, it's an error. So this is why I was confused. We don't even need it. We are not even playing it. This is why I'm confused. So let me just, boom. Because I'm playing it here. Good. So when it's false, we're skipping this one, so we are not affected. It's not affected here, and it goes directly into a new function. And this function is called add items to storage. Okay. Now we create this function. Okay. You already have the get held items, so just where is it? You already have this one. Just here and get. So, okay. Just prepare this one. But we need to create a function inside our AC. Let's build this one. So inside our AC, you create a new function, click on the plus, and you do call it add items to storage, right? Yeah, add items to storage. Call this one like so. Open this one up. So the only thing you have is this. Click on this. Input is BP master item, held item, and also do an output. You can just click here and just on output. If you don't see an output, you can just click and add return node. You can add a return node, but you need two, okay? Because I have a return node at the end here, and I have a return node here. When you have a return node and you have an output, you can also, like I told you here, you can also do it here. Click on the plus. You need a boolean and call it success. And this is it. You do need this one 2 times the return node later when we're done, okay? So just prepare it. But now we have an input called BP master, called held item, which is the BP master item as a class. Okay, here, class, single, not array, single. And this is the same stuff like we always do. Just drag, get class defaults from the item type to switch. Okay, same stuff like we do all the time. We get a switch. Now we can distinguish what kind of item we are currently clicking. This is why I'm always using the item type. And when we click on the pistol, only this route is getting affected. When we click on the shotgun, only this one is getting affected. But all other types are not getting affected. Okay. So let's start with the pistol. For the pistol, so now you have this one. Okay. We need to build 3 additional macros. We need to build 3 macros, but they are all the same. The first one is just click here on macro and call the first one pistol bullets in inventory. Okay. So now you have an input and you have an output, but nothing else. Now you get your integer you created in this episode, get pistol in storage. Drag from here. No, it's not really correct. Not drag from here. You need to go inside your old integers. In this case, you search the one you already have, the pistol bullets picked up. Because now we want to transfer our storage. Wait. not. I just hope that I'm not talking, that I'm not skipping something. Just let me make sure I'm not skipping anything. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. I just opened up. Sorry, just forget this macro. Please, just forget this macro. Just delete this one. Close this and go here and not delete this. You have this already. You have this already. Sorry. You're like, oh my god, why is he telling me like I have to create this? It's already created. Why should I do it? Just leave it. Just leave it. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Good. So I think like you realize, I already have this. Why he's talking about it again? Just leave it. Because I was clicking on the wrong macro. I need a macro called pistol equipped. So I'm not sure if you have this already. I don't think you have this macro. I don't believe it. You have it. So click on a new macro here on the plus and call it equip pistol. And you do this with all weapons. It's the same stuff. I'm just explaining this to you with the pistol, okay? And then you just copy and paste and doing this macro and call it revolver equipped and shotgun equipped, and you're doing the same stuff. And I will show you for the pistol. You get the current weapon from here. Where is it? This one, current weapon, BP master item. You get this one, not set. You get, okay? You get this one. From there, get class. This one, get class. From there, you do equal. Since this is the pistol equipped macro, you search for the BP item pistol. Just type BP item pistol. This one, not bullets, the pistol. We want to check if this is equipped. So if our current weapon is valid with this. If it is true, we cannot store it. If it's true, just create an output called not successful. And this is true because it's not successful because this is equipped. We cannot store an equipped weapon, okay? If this is false, so our current weapon is a different weapon, so it's not this one, it can only be a different weapon, then it's false. It means output, another one, not equipped. False, second output, call it not equipped. Okay, and now do this one here for every weapon. So you have BP item revolver, BP item rifle, BP item I don't know what. Okay, do this for all weapons. So you have, in my case, it's pistol, revolver, and shotgun. It's all the same stuff. So you have 3 macros: pistol equipped, revolver equipped, and shotgun equipped. Okay, so it's not this one. Okay, sorry for that. It's not this one. Don't be confused because this is an equipped function. Okay. So just make sure that you have this macro and this one called equipped. Good. And now you connect those only to the weapon types. Okay, pistol, revolver, and shotgun. So only those are connected to the item types. And from there, from this one, and from this one, right-click, add return node. Okay, click on return node. Then you will have this. And those 3 macros, those weapons are connected to the return node. Okay, but now we are not done, right? Because now we have some stuff like pistol bullets, red herb, and so on and so forth. So what we need to do, we need to create another macro. Okay. So let me just show you in detail how to get this macro. You just get your inventory. Okay, search for your inventory. This one, get it. Then from there, get find. Okay, then you have this. And from there, can you do this from here as well? Remove index. Yes, from there, remove index. It's pretty important, remove index. And then you also connect this inventory to the remove index as well. Okay, this is basically the so-called remove from inventory macro. Okay, but get this one, right click, collapse to macro. And you call this macro remove from inventory because this one is just inventory find, okay, we find this one on what we click and we just remove this one. This is it. And now we have an input here in our macro. The input is called BP master, is a BP master item class, add item, and the output you can see here. This is the input, remove, sorry for this. Input is remove, and the output here is add item. It's all the same BP master item class. Okay, yeah, class. Good. And just make sure that it has an input. So here, this one is an input, and also output here, boom, has an output. And it's looking like this, okay? And now, why is it so weird? And now this one is called remove from inventory. Okay? Let me close this. Those things, remove index, please. And this one, just get this one here, boom, drag and drop. So this macro, you need to connect all types which are not stackable. All items which are not stackable go here. And this one I did just show you. Now for things like bullets, only the bullets, not the weapons, only the bullets. Okay? We need another macro. So, oh my god. Sorry for that. Oh my god. Okay, first of all, create a new macro. Okay? Go here, macro, click on the plus and call it remove stackables from inventory. Okay? Then you go inside, or you can just double click here in the macro. Now the only thing you have is input and output. I know, it's frustrating. But input is going to look like this. I don't need to explain too much because you already know this. And the output is called like this. So get those. Okay? It's the same stuff. Then, from the remove item, you get class defaults. Okay? From there, you get the item type. So just drag and type in switch because we want to switch on type item type. Okay? And before that, you get the inventory. So just here, boom, 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 easy peasy here, and then inventory, and then you get. You get, and then from here, just remove. But this one is remove. It's not index, it's remove item. Okay? It's not the remove index, it's the remove. Because we want to remove the whole stack. Otherwise, we just forget what I'm trying to tell you because it's too long to explain. Just for bullets, we want to remove all this stuff. Now, this one is between, okay? So we have this type, I told you. And now we just, it's not that hard, we are almost done. You just get from the pistol bullets, you get the pistol bullets in storage plus the pistol bullets picked up, okay? You have those integers. Just this one, storage plus picked up, bullets, pistol bullets, okay? Don't get confused, make sure all those is according to your weapons. Double check everything. You need to double and triple check everything because you get confused easily. When this one is added, storage plus picked up, because we want to stack, okay, you get this value. This value. Just drag it, and you connect this dot to the pistol bullets in storage. So, from here, storage, search for the right weapon, pistol bullets in storage, and this one, and set. And you get this output, this one, you just set this. So this means that the calculation of this plus this is the output of this. Okay? 1 plus 1 would be here 2. And this value we have is now set to pistol bullets in storage because we want to add always something on top of it. Everything we pick up and store will just get added on top of our storage amount. And this is now the new value every time we stack. After this makes sense, our pistol bullets picked up, we need to set them to 0. Okay? So get this pistol bullets. Set pistol bullets picked up, this one, the old one. Set this one, connect this, okay? And this make sure is 0 because when we store something, our pistol bullets picked up are now gone, okay? Pretty easy. And then you just connect it to the output, and this is it. And make sure that also this remove item here, just connect this one as well. Remember all those things here, it's always like a chain of information. All the chains need to be connected. When there's a hole, you have a problem. It's not going to work. You're not going to have data. It's a big chain of information. Okay, so do the same stuff I told you here. Do the same stuff with those integers, with your revolver bullets and shotgun bullets, okay? Do the same stuff. This is the macro. This is it. Now you get this macro from here. I have so many macros here, so how's it called? Remove. I can't even find it, right? Remove stackables from inventory. Why can't I find this one? Sorry, because it's an inventory. So just boom, and this is it, okay? So now you have an input here. Just get this held item input, add items to storage. Just get this one and connect it, okay? The same you do here for this macro. Just get this held item. Sorry for that. Just get this held item and drag it also here. So all those macros are connected. And when you're not sure, like, okay, but is this having information? Yeah, add items to storage. Wait, let me search this one here. add items to storage? Yes, because you're getting this held item. I told you already before, you get this. And you connect this one, because this has also information. Okay? We already have this long chain of information, trust me. If you don't have any information, you print this and this is empty, you don't have any information, you need to go back and rewatch the stuff I told you. Because there's always something you can miss. Good. And now you have this one here. I explained to you all this stuff. Now, only for the stackables. Now the second macro you have here, remove stackables from inventory, okay? The one I just explained to you, okay? It makes sense that you only connect the shotgun bullets to this, the revolver bullets to this, and the pistol bullets to this. Not the weapons, not the herb, only the stackable bullets. Because when we store our weapons, and the weapons are have stuff like, they have this integer called in magazine. Pistol bullets in magazine. So if our pistol bullets in magazine is 17, our pistol bullets has the projection of 17. When we store it, we don't need to change anything because our integer in magazine is never going to change. It's never going to change, so we can always project this one, okay? This is what I also told you here. This is what I also told you here in the WB storage, F add storage slots, and then you have this one. We created this one also, F update storage slot. You can see here. Now it makes sense. You have this one, the storage, storage, and storage. This is one you need to set for your bullets. But for your weapons, we just use this boolean. Pistol bullets in magazine. It's not going to change. We're just projecting the one we already have. Okay? So this is why we don't need, for the weapons, we don't need those macros. And we can just, for our weapons, we can just use those macros here. You already created. Equipped, equipped, equipped. And from there, it's just going to return node, which is success, which is false. Okay? It's not a success. It means it's not a success. Good. Yes, this is it for now. Then we need another macro. So let me get in here. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Create a macro. So let's go back. So you now you're here. Here. Create here again a new macro and call this one check storage contains stackable item. Okay. Go inside. You have an input. You have an output. Nothing else. Click on the input. The input is going to look like this. Again, same stuff. And the output is going to look like this, true or false. Okay, make sure you have this. From the held item, make sure this one also is connected. So this macro, this one is also connected. Remember, a long chain of information. So from there, you have information now. Get the class defaults, again, get item type again. And now we're just checking pistol bullets, revolver bullets, and shotgun bullets. And what do we want to check? We just want to check from our storage, here, storage, array, storage, this one, get. We just want to check if it contains, actually, the shotgun bullets. So, if we check the shotgun bullets, I want to know if this already contains the shotgun bullets. Okay? Does it already contain the shotgun bullets? For the revolver bullets, I want to check, does it already contain the revolver bullets? For the pistol bullets, I want to check, does it already contain the pistol bullets? And we have 3 branches. Okay? So, every time we click on the pistol, only this one will be checked. When we click on the revolver bullets, only this one will be checked. So still we have good performance, okay? We still have good performance. And then make sure that all the trues of each bullet is to true and the false is to false. This is it. Good. Now congratulations, you have all this ugly stuff. From the true, get the storage here also. Get the storage, not set. Why am I always clicking on set? Get the storage. And add. You need 2. Array, add. Just duplicate this one, okay? Because you need 2 of those. And also connect both. So this is what you need. Okay, this one. Now he's asking for, yeah, but what item? I need a class. So I need one particular item. So what item? This one, which is, of course, this one we click. So this means this one is this one. The upper one is this. The lower one here, this one is this, right? Hopefully I'm not talking shit. Yeah, it is. It just looks stupid for you, but it is this one. Yeah, it's just hidden here with this. Yeah, you can see here. So I'm not shading on you. This is the one. Okay, and then from this macro, you just drag and add, okay? This one here. Drag and add. For the stackable stuff, so for this macro here, for this route, oh my god, for this route, the true also is, no, this is a little different. The true one is skipping this add. The true one is just skipping and it's going right into this one. You have it already, the hide inventory. Okay, you can get it just here. So this one is skipping this whole stuff because we don't want to add another one, because we see it already contains this specific bullets. And when it already contains this specific bullet we don't want to add, we can just just skip this one. Okay, perfect. Now for the false is going into this one, into the second add basically. And from there, from this false goes inside here, from this false also this goes into the hide inventory. And also this one here is going to the add, and then from there also. So make sure that this is going into the add, this one, not add, this one is skipping the add, this one is going into the add and then going to hide, and this one is going into this add and is going into the hide from there. I hope this makes sense. But you can see, just make a screenshot, you can see it. So it's basically pretty simple. After the hide inventory, you get the show storage. This is one you created in this episode. Show storage. The show storage function is nothing else than just this hide inventory stuff. No, what I'm talking. The show inventory is nothing else. Oh my god, I'm talking too much now. Again, the show storage is nothing else than just the show inventory function we already have long time, but we are just adding this. We are just adding from the inventory the storage. You have this already, the WP storage. Make here promote a variable. We have this reference already, and then we add to viewport. You already did this. This is nothing. So the show storage is nothing else than just show inventory, and we add this one on top, our storage. Okay. So you have the hide and the show. From there, we update weapon in inventory. I think this is the last function you need to have. So stay inside the AC inventory, create a new function here, and call this one update weapon in inventory. When you open this one up, you only have this. Create an input. It's again the BP master item, but in this time call it weapon because it's only affecting the weapon. Get this one. Pretty easy stuff. You know this already, how to get the switch. Pistol. We know we set the pistol in inventory. You have this one here. You have this boolean. Pistol inventory is false. Revolver inventory, false. Shotgun inventory, false. Okay? This is it. You don't even need an output. And then it's only automatically going to the return node success. So just, I told you before, add return node. This is one I told you already. And this one is yes, click on it. Okay, because this one means all this stuff is a success. We all add items to storage. This one is a success. Good. You're done with this function. Now you can add items to storage. Now let's travel back. Let's get back to our journey. When we go to our WB inventory slot, now you're like, okay, we stopped here. Okay. Now you have this. This means get AC inventory from there. Just drag out and type in add items to storage and get the held item. I told you already, and connect it to the held item. Okay. When we open this one up, yeah, we have this input. We created this input. Good. This is it. Okay. This is it for adding stuff. Okay. Now you want to remove stuff. I'm not talking about this add empty storage slots. This is the one I will show you in the end. You don't need this right now. You don't need it. Don't be confused. Just this one. Now I want to show you how to get back. When you click on the left mouse button, okay, so you need to go to your storage, and when you click on the left mouse button, you want to also transfer your stuff back to your inventory, from the storage to your inventory. So this command here is removing our stuff from our inventory and adding it automatically with our amounts to our storage. You have this already. But now you want to also click on your storage and get it back. So this is pretty simple. Okay, I hope so. You might have guessed it, we need to go to our storage slot. Okay, let me close this. No, not storage slot. WB storage. Yeah. Where is it? Okay, so now I need to search. It's my, okay, I did this in my AC. Sorry for that. Go into the AC. Create a new function called ftake items from storage. Now we want to have it back. Create this. Now you have only this. Again, same stuff. You get this input, call it stored item in this case. You get this one. And now this is pretty simple. You don't have this macro. I believe you don't have this macro. Now you create one macro here again, and you call this first macro pistol bullets to inventory. Okay? But it's the same logic for every weapon. So we start with this macro you just created. You call it pistol bullets to inventory. Double click on it. Now you have, now you get, sorry, I'm just confused because I was like, oh, didn't we see this already? I think I was opening this one already and then I made a mistake, so don't be confused. Now we're using this. Get the pistol bullets in storage, okay, you know this, you have this, get this one. Set the bullets to this, so boom, set the in storage to picked up. And then after this, after we have the storage to picked up, so we're transferring from our storage to our picked up integer. So now our picked up integer has the value we have in our storage. But at the same time, our pistol bullets in storage after this is set to 0. Makes sense, right? We are transferring the storage to picked up, and after picked up is filled, our in storage is 0. And you do copy this macro for revolver bullets to inventory and shotgun bullets to inventory. And you might have guessed it, when you open this one up, you just change those integers. In this case, it's just the revolver in storage, set to picked up, and the revolver in storage is 0. And the same you do for shotgun. It's the same stuff. Now, you have pistol, shotgun, and revolver. You have your weapons connected to this, but this one is not connected, right? So what you need to do, you just get your storage now. Here, again, you get your storage. From there, you find item, and you connect this stored item, you connect this one here, okay? From there, remove index. Remove index. And you connect all things to the remove index, except the weapons have this one, and then they go into the remove index, okay? Only the pistol check those macros, and then they go into remove index. All other ones, which are not stackable, which are not stackable bullets, or which are not bullets, so weapons and herb and everything else, go directly into the remove index, okay? From there, you add to inventory. If you're not getting this add to inventory, just get the inventory array. Here, get the inventory array. Oh my god! Get the inventory array and just add. Not unique, just add. And connect this stored item as well to the add. So now we're adding this to the inventory, and this is it. And before that, we just remove from our storage. Okay, this one, storage, remove, blah, blah, blah. And then after this, the same item, we clicked on it, it's still connected, goes into the add inventory. And this is it. Let me just check F items to storage. Okay, we did this already. All right, so this is already done. Yeah, and this is already done as well. So now you have this ftake items from storage. And now you can use this one. If you build this exactly like I told you, you can now use this one in your... yeah, where is it? Where did I do this take items from storage? It only makes sense. I can't even find it. F add items to storage, yeah, and then where is it? I have totally forgot. Wait, let me get this. Wait, maybe is it in the storage slot? Storage, WB storage slot. On mouse button down. Yes. This is the first thing you do, right? The first thing you see. Sorry for that. Pretty simple. Get here override on mouse button down. Get the mouse button down. From the mouse event, you get is mouse button down. Is the left mouse button. From there, it's the branch. You get a branch. If this is true, you are using you will use this. You just created ftake items from storage. Make sure you get this from the AC. Just get this one, okay? If you don't have this macro, please just create this one. It's simple. Just get owning player pawn, get component by class, the AC inventory, this one, and the return value, drag this inside this output of your macro. So just create a macro, get those 2 nodes, select the AC inventory, and from there it's the output. Or just click on this output and search for AC inventory, okay, object reference, and then just connect it. And then you can always access your AC inventory right away, okay, and you don't have this ugly stuff here all the time. And from there, just F, and then you know what I mean, F take items from storage, okay? This is connected to the branch true. Also the AC, I told you, the AC is here, the target. And the held item, just get the held item and put it here, okay? You have an input, because we created this input. From there, again, you do just, from the AC, get an AC again, this macro, just get an AC again. From there, hide inventory. Then from there, show storage, okay? And then also from there, drag out and get storage, get the storage array, this one here, okay? And also from here, get WB storage, get WB storage. The storage is connected to the F storage slots. How do you get the F storage slots? From the WB storage, F add storage slots. You already have this. And connect the storage from the AC, okay? Yes, I did show you this in the beginning. And this is also quite a heavy function, but congratulations, you have it. And then from the WB storage, okay, this is one, I will explain to you in the next episode, okay? Just skip this, you don't need it. I will explain this to you in the next episode. From there, F at storage slots, just connect this one to a pickup sound if you want, okay? Because this is just putting our stuff back into our inventory. So I have this. And after that, you put this into the return node, and the return node is always like yawning, not yawning, how is it called? Moaning? No, it's always crying, I should say. Crying for this handled. So if you not connect this one, return value is always like, yeah, bitching. So just type in handled. So then he knows, yeah, okay, this one is good. So we did this and everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Good, okay, so let's go back and inventory slot. Okay, this one we have already. This one is put this into the storage, and inside our storage slot. Yeah. And inside our storage slot, you just created this on mouse button down, okay? And I use the left mouse button as well. Good. And this is it. This is it. So I did show you every single function, every single variable. I did show you every single thing. Let me just recheck everything. Okay, you don't have this empty storage slot, but this is something we will do in the next episode. You just need to add a new function, and you create a new widget blueprint, and this is just we add a new function with a new widget. It's pretty simple, but this will just be too much. Okay, and also the empty storage slot index. You don't have this. Okay, it's perfectly fine, but you should have this until here. Okay, those the last two you don't have. Good. This means that I did show you everything. I did show you the show storage. This is the first thing. I did show you the F item. Yes, I did show you that. Yes. I did show you the update weapon to inventory. Yes. And I did show you the F take items from storage. Yes. And we have function here in our WB storage. We have the function called F add storage slots. This is also something I did show you. And it's also part of this whole logic. And we have the set bullets in store. Oh, sorry, it's a macro. Yeah, and this one, the F add empty storage slots. This is something I will do later, okay? Because yeah, it's just that you have empty storage slots. It just looks better. That's it. Good. And inside our this one you did create as well. This one you did create as well. Those two macros. And inside our W storage slot, this one you also have created already. Yeah. Okay, congratulations. I think that I didn't skip anything. I'm pretty sure I didn't skip anything. And so just watch this episode, just rewatch, get yourself some nice food and just relax, because this is a really, really heavy one. I know it's really heavy. But I just explained to you step by step, okay? And now you have everything working. When something is missing, when something is not working, when something is broken, just please go back to this function when you're completely clueless, when you're a beginner, okay, which is maybe not really advisable if you're a complete beginner, then you will have a hard time, I know. But if you are a beginner and you're completely like lost, always when you have a mistake or something is not really transferring, something is like, oh, I get a warning like access none, I cannot access anything, do like so. Go into your player BP, this is the first step, and check every single thing. So now this is the thing we do, this one. This is the thing we are doing in this episode, okay? This one. So first we check, and when we cannot pick up, we check the storage. No, sorry, you're not having this. Sorry for this, you're not having this, okay? You just have the AC inventory and this macro. And then you check, okay, the input, okay, the inputs are like this. I need to have those from my AC, okay, drag out, I get those. I have this valid, I have this one. You check every single thing. Maybe you just forget to connect this. Maybe you just connected a different widget blueprint. And trust me, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So this is the reason why you check here. Okay, then you know, okay, the next step would be this one. Okay, you check this one, everything is correct. And then you go back. Then you go back to your player BP. So you check this one and you know, okay, this function is getting fired. And after this, okay, this function is getting fired. Storage is connected. Yes. Okay, this must have an input. Okay, this is getting looped. But before this, I get the storage grid. And from the storage grid, I clear children. And this one is also connected. And then I check this widget. And then I know that I have to promote this one to a variable in case I don't have this one. And then I will connect this one. This is the max slot function I already explained to you. And then you have this update storage slot. So then this function is getting fired. I know that this one we did set up. Yes, we did set this one up. And then I do know that we, going back here. Yes, and then we know that we did check this one. Yes, and then we add a child uniform grid. Okay, this is good. And we know, okay, this is everything regarding the making our storage visible. Okay, so this route is just for checking that that we're making everything visible, everything what we already stored, in case if it is already stored. And when we want to store something, we go into our widget blueprint. So when you want to store something, then this one is affected, WB inventory slot, and then here on mouse button down. And then you check this. So once you want to store something, once you click on something, this is the way. Okay, you're inside your WB inventory slot, because you see, I told you in detail how to build this. I told you in detail, and then okay, this one, I get my AC. He's creating this macro. This one, okay, and I realize yes, and then okay, the sound, and then yeah, we did this. This is connected, and also make sure this success you have, because I told you have to return node. This is only true. And those for these weapons, this is only for the weapons. This is false, okay? Pretty important, because the success is also getting to this macro. It's optional. You don't need it. It's optional. It just means that if it's a success, you click on plus. You create a sound effects macro. Just click on the plus. Call it sound effects. You have this already, I believe, and you can just get it here as well. And you just get, when it's a success, so when it's added, I can just, yes, then this one is true. Okay, and then, okay, this one, this condition is transferred, yes, this condition is true, and then I have a sound. And if it's false, if it's not a success, I get this error sound. Okay, good. And now I will show you everything. So I can pick up this. Yes, in my grab function, AC inventory grab function, I added also the a sound. So after destroy actor and my grab function, after destroy actor, I have a sound. It's optional. So I know, yes, okay, combine, perfect. And then I can do this. And let's pick up some stuff. So I have one more. Let's find the revolver. Okay, so now you can see we have a whole stack of things. And now when I press spacebar for interaction, nothing's going to happen. Okay, but I'm here. Boom. This one, you don't have this. You don't have this empty slots. Don't be afraid. Don't be confused. You don't have this empty slots. I will show you later. Now you only see your inventory. Okay. And then you can just click on this. Fine. And then I can click on this and this. You can see all the amounts are perfect. Okay. And now I know I have 34 bullets for 9mm, so let me get this. Perfect. Give me the Colt, and this one, and this, and this, and this, and this. And maybe... And let's go like so. Let's pick this one, and this, and this. And then just boom, boom, boom. And this one. And let me get this one, and this. And the shotgun bullets, everything is stackable. So I know there's shotgun, 4 shotgun here. I can just, boom, now it's 16. It's stackable. And you cannot equip, you cannot store the current weapon. Okay, so, okay, you cannot store. But you can get your weapon, equip, okay. And then my revolver is equipped. I can store the pistol, okay. So this is also a nice function we have. And then I can maybe from here equip this and check. Yes, and it's working. I cannot shoot anymore. Let me get the bullets I stored. It's nice. Everything is collected. And I can reload from here. And I also can reload from here. Okay? I don't have a reload function for the shotgun now because I'm lazy. You do know how to set this one up. You do already because we did this episode already with anim notifies. Okay, and then and I can just from here also reload, and everything is fine. And then I can just again maybe I don't need this, but I want to have my green herb. I want my combine herb, and I want the magnum bullets revolver. And then let me just equip the revolver, and then I can just reload. Yes, perfect. And let me just use this, and I can just equip. And then I can just boom, boom, boom. And I can just reopen it. And everything is fine. Okay, so these are 2 hours of massive input, but when you follow along every single step, I know this is going to... I know you will probably be busy for like 8 hours, 8, 9, 10 hours. This is going to be really, really, really long. But congratulations when you do every single step and you have to go back. I know you will have mistakes. You will have something not working. It's unavoidable. But just make sure, go back and check every single function and every single connection like I have and I explained to you. Don't try to, when I explain to you everything for 2 hours, don't go, maybe I can try this. Maybe I can just try to open the storage. Don't do it. Just do everything I tell you from A to Z. Don't try anything. Just do it when you're ready, when everything is, when you come to this stage. When you come to this stage, now you can try, and then you will see, but it's not really working. And just go back to all those functions, go back from the grab item function. So the first thing you do in your player BP, check, okay, I cannot pick up, so pick up is false. And then you have the first function, if your storage is valid, okay, my storage should show up once I store something. Once you store something, your storage should show up. Okay, so now this one will be completely empty. You're not going to see anything on left side. But once you click on your items, you collect it. You should have it visible here. Okay, so in the next episode, I will show you how to get this. And also how it gets updated, okay? So it will look like this in the next episode. Here. And you have... Okay, sweet. And thank you. This is it.